How's it going, everybody? So for my project, I decided that we're gonna be making Tanaktak. And here's Bella trying it. How's it taste, babe? So Tanaktak is a Chamorro dish, and I myself am half Chamorro. So I decided why not make it. And if you don't know who Chamorros are, we're the people of Guam. And I can't really think of much else to give as historical background other than Chamorro cuisine has a lot of influences. Spanish occupation, ancient Chamorro tradition and culture, lots of things, but it's really hard to find a good record of what really makes our cuisine. So as far as history goes, I couldn't really tell you, but I can tell you that it's delicious. I mean, just look at that. So even if you don't like coconut milk, you're probably gonna like this because Bella does not like coconut or coconut milk, and she still loves Tanaktak. So we're gonna go back in time and I'll show you guys what it takes to make it and how to make it. And then afterwards we'll talk about some Chamorro culture and dining ethics and things like that. So I'm editing right now and I meant to say etiquette, not ethics. All right, so it's time to get our ingredients. We're here in the Rayleigh's parking lot. Time to go get the stuff. So like most Chamorro cooking, Tanaktak is pretty simple. All you're gonna need is 2 parts ground beef, 1 part green beans. So this is 2 pounds and 1 pound. And then you're gonna need some soy sauce, some coconut milk. This is my favorite brand. And some yellow onion. You know, kind of eyeball it about that much in comparison. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys at home and we'll put it all together. All right, so home now. I've cut up the onions and I've started softening them. You're gonna wanna get them a little translucent and then we'll start adding the other stuff. All right, so I kind of burned my onions a little bit. I don't really want them brown, but whatever, it's still gonna taste good. But we're gonna add in some of this stuff, 2 pounds of it. And I forgot to mention that for every pound, you're gonna want 1 can. So I had a can at home, I only bought 1 can. So now I have 2 for 2 pounds of meat. So we're gonna get that in there and make sure that you break it all up and you don't have any chunks. So not everybody does this, but in my family we do. Add a little bit of soy sauce once the meat is pretty much done being pink, and that just adds a little bit of flavor. And then at this point, once your meat is all brown, you're gonna add in your green beans. You're gonna let these guys cook for a little bit. I like to use the frozen ones so that they don't get too mushy. And once that's all done, you know, you got these guys all folded in, you can add in your coconut milk. And I think it's worth mentioning that at this point, some people add other things, like a lot of people put in cherry tomatoes cut in half, but a special lady in my life doesn't really like those, so we're not doing that right now. And there are other things that you can put into Tanaktak. This is a very basic one. Like for example, there's a vegetable called sigadidzis on Guam that a lot of people like to put in here. So yeah, once this is all simmered up, you're pretty much done. Maybe add salt and pepper to taste, but that's it. At this point, everything's all simmered up, but I gave it a taste test and it was kind of bland, so I added a little bit more soy sauce, and you're probably gonna wanna add some salt if it's tasting just not quite right. And I know in the last part of the video I said to add pepper to taste, but yeah, don't do that. You're not supposed to put pepper in this stuff. I mean, if you really want to, you can, but yeah, just soy sauce. And that's it. So we're all done. I am here tasting my delicious food. typically eaten with rice. Make sure you make your rice before you start cooking. And I just want to clarify on the soy sauce part, don't put too much. You don't want to taste it, but you want the umami and you want the sodium flavor. So make sure you do that. And so as far as dining etiquette and business etiquette goes in Chamorro culture, it's a very Americanized place because the island is a territory of the US, and there's a lot of history to that, and there's some cool things to watch on YouTube about it. Was occupied by Japan at one point, and even before that, the Spaniards were there and put their little spin on things. So even the Chamorro language has some Spanish woven in there, kind of broken Spanish. But as far as dining etiquette goes, it's pretty much as relaxed as Americans are. I mean, you know, there's high attention to elders and respecting people like that, but everybody's generally very amiable and friendly. Just, you know, consider it like you're going to Hawaii if you have nothing else to base it off of, you know, it's very laid back. Same thing with business, you know, Chamorros are nice people. They're gonna invite you to their barbecue all the time, and that's how we make friends, or fiestas as we call them. And yeah, if you're ever to do business in Guam or start a business, there's not much else to worry about if you've already done business in America, lived in America, or done business with Americans. And that's pretty much it, guys. So go ahead and make sure that you make some of this stuff for yourself, and don't be afraid to try it. Trust me, even if you don't like the things that are in this, once they're together, it tastes good. So that's all, and I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great rest of your day or night.